Something that I've been understanding more and more is that success leaves clues. And the reason that I say that is because I look at content creators right now since I'm going down the, I guess, YouTube strategist path. I don't really know what to call it because it's a lot more than just YouTube strategy. Like, yes, strategy is a big part of it, but there's a lot more moving pieces that go into this. But, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. The reason that I say that success leaves clues is because you can tell when somebody's actually doing what they should be doing, and you can tell because of the results. And results for YouTube, let's just say, is views. That's, I think, the most important metric whenever you're tracking if a video is performing versus if it's not performing. And I say this because I look at channels like Paul Daly, who you look at his channel and you're like, well, I mean, he's doing what I mean, you think like logically, like, well, he's doing what he should be doing. He has high quality thumbnails. He has like pretty decent topics. He has cool titles, high quality production. But when you really go down to the granular level, you can see that he isn't both, I mean, of course, arguing that he's new. You can see whenever you like really analyze why it is that he's not performing. Like for example, his topics are so fucking niche. It's it's like I would think it's obvious. And he I remember when he first started, I have had a call with Paul Daly before, and he told me, well, he didn't tell me, but he's made a video talking about how basically he wants to be a combination of Iman Gadzhi and Alex Ramosi. And he wants to have the production quality of Iman, and he wants to have the basically the value that he brings to the marketplace as Alex Ramosi. And right now, I just really, I don't really think that's, I mean, it is definitely possible, but I don't think he's taking the right approach to it. At least my opinion. I do like the approach that he's taking about how just he's getting reps in. He wants to post daily, but he's not doing that. Like he wants to post daily, but he isn't getting the daily posts. So what I think he should do instead is instead of trying to post daily, I think he should try to refine his ideas first of all and post instead of posting once a day for the weekdays, which is his goal, which he's not hitting that quota. I think he should hit a video a week, but focus on the production. And another huge thing, because of course the main thing is like getting somebody to click on a video. But whenever you do get somebody to click on the video, you have to get them to stay. And his hooks are dog shit. There's really no other way for me to put this. His hooks are awful. Like, for example, I'm gonna see. I watched his video today, this morning, about him basically talking about how Alex Ramosi became rich. And he starts off the video. Of course, you click on the video expecting, you're like, oh shit, this video is going to be about Alex Ramosi. You're going to see the history about where Alex started to where he is now. You're like, huh, this is going to be an interesting video. I really want to see what it is that made the difference in like in Alex Ramosi. And to start, I personally am not a fan of that idea. I do think it's pretty decent just because of how well some of the videos perform that are around that topic, like talking about specific content creators, like for example, talking about Iman, some like if with proper execution, you can have a pretty decently performing video, especially because it's a topic that a lot of people are interested in. But all right, you clicked on the video, and then the first thing that he starts talking about is what was his name? Oh, I forgot his name. The founder of Gold Sachs. The rich investor. I forgot his name. No, what's his name? Hang on, I have to look him up. That's his name. And that's the first thing he starts talking about. And it like the first minute, he talks about a bunch of other stuff that have absolutely no correlation to Alex Ramosi. And of course, he has a slow start, slow intro. It's like, it kind of takes a long time to get to the meat. And I feel like that's something that a lot of channels do, is, including mine. I don't try on my videos, I just rant. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. it's such a slow. That's at least the first part that I'm getting into it. And of course, the production of his videos is actually it's good. Like he has high quality cameras, he has lighting all around him, he has mics and everything. Like his videos are under edited. He has very little retention tactics in his videos that I feel like he could perform. He has like no B-roll. The B-roll that he does have is like recordings of his Zoom calls, which I feel like is pretty mediocre. And I feel like the B-roll has to give context to the video and it has to basically help the video basically reinforce what the person is saying. Like for example, when George Gaiman adds B-roll, it's nothing crazy. It's just it's something simple like having a screenshot of the stock market and the stock that he's talking about during the video. And it's basically just giving context to the topic that he's talking about and just reinforcing his statements. And he has no graphics. It's there's a bunch of stuff that I feel like he can improve. Of course, this is like my second week into understanding YouTube, but this is from understanding things that I've learned from other YouTubers and other high performing channels and comparing them to what it is that Paul Daly's doing. At a first glance, you're like, yeah, he's actually doing what he should be doing. But if that were the case, he'd be performing at the rate that all these other high performing YouTubers are performing at. Like, let's just say 100K. Because you also have to understand the niche you're in and where it is that the viewers cap at. Like, for example, Minecraft, the viewership for that's like 20 million views per video. And Dream is, I would say, probably still the biggest Minecraft YouTuber, and you can see where does it he capped that. But for example, for somebody like Paul Daly, you can compare him to Iman Gadzhi and Alex Ramosi, who are, I think, in my opinion, the highest performing business business guys, um, on YouTube. So, and they average about 600K to 2 million views per video. So that's where I would say his cap would be at. And he's his best performing video for Paul Daly, it's like why most Christians are poor, and it's like 50, 60K views, which is not bad. But he needs to be performing like that for every single one of his videos, and it all starts with the idea and the pre-production. I feel like I don't think he does enough pre-production. If he's posting daily, it doesn't make sense that he's going big on the pre-production, which is the biggest part to that. And then for the backend system, he runs a private equity firm or a private equity, something with private equity. So I don't really know the goal that he has with his channel, to be honest. I don't know if he just wants straight views, because if he wants straight views, then he would have to focus on very, very broad topics and just basically get as many views as he can. But he has a business on the side, and for what I understand, most business owners who start channels is in order to funnel those views and those eyes to their business to make more money. Like for example, with Ken, he wants verified investors. Or I just asked PJ yesterday for the cancer facility that they're working with, they want to fund their nonprofit. Or I don't really know who else. George Gaiman, for example, he wants eyes and he wants to funnel them towards Rebel Capitalist or Rebel Capitalist Pro. So you have to understand who it is that you want to reach out to, but at the same time casting a wide enough net to reach a lot of viewers. So it's interesting. And I was also like looking at what makes like cinematography. I'm taking a Yale course for psychology. Just started that yesterday. So I'm doing a lot of things right now. It's pretty different to what I was doing before because I was running a business like prior to this. So I no, I didn't put the business on hold. I gave ownership to my partner in Croatia. So Matt, if you're watching this, I love you, Matt. Thank you for taking the high role. I am still helping him with some things. Like I didn't just disappear, but this is my new priority. So I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I want to get as good as I can because I want to provide my buddy Josh with as much value as possible, and I want to get as good as I can because I want to help him. I really do. I feel like and I see that what he's doing is actually helping the world, especially because he's working with these cancer guys, and I've always been very precarious and cautious about like health and stuff, and he's working with these guys who are actually moving the world towards a better place by helping cure people of this maleful about this evil disease that exists. That's, I think, one of the biggest motivations for me as well. And of course, I love business because it isn't just YouTube. I love business as a whole. That's the thing that motivates me the most. But yeah, I was just yapping this video. That's kind of my understanding. Success leaves clues. If whenever you think somebody's doing something good, you can look at their results, and that's where you can actually see if they're actually doing what they should be doing. Because, like I said, success leaves clues. Look at the best performing people in whatever niche you're looking at, and see for yourself. But yeah, peace.